In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Well, we did have more than just 3 in here a minute ago. It showed 6, but we're going to talk for a minute, see if we can get any more people in here. And I do have a special guest that's hiding down in the basement. She can hear me, I can hear her, but you guys cannot hear her until I decide to bring her up. Let's see. We got Ace in here. Ace, 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 and just Ace. She's the only one that decided to be live with me. Oh, we got some more people coming in, but they'll be here. And yeah, it just takes a few minutes, and then people will start showing up. And then I got to message Jan and tell her I'm live, so she will come to over here. Whoops, there we go. I'm live. That's what I love about Jan. I can just message her or Marco her or anything like that. Yep. Come on in, people. Yeah. Come on in, people. Let's talk. Let's have some fun. Where is everybody? Des is normally here by now. Devil Dog's probably watching football. Yeah. But they'll be here. They always do. They always do. But I'm going to go ahead and bring you up since no one else is talking. I don't even think Ace is in here anymore. But here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
I hope you are, because you're
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. This is Desert-Livin.
Hi.
I've been watching her. I've been watching her channel for a little bit. Lazy Days Ahead. Are they live? That's where everybody's at. They're a bigger
Are they?
channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's fine. The people will show up here eventually. If they don't, it's their loss today, not mine.
Yeah.
But I've been watching this young lady for a while, and we connected about 2 weeks ago or so
Yeah.
on another live,
Yep.
and then she came over to mine. I didn't know they were going live, Ace, but this is the time I normally go. So if people don't want to come to mine, it's all good.
You told me to. He's like, you killed your stream. I'm like, you just told me to.
No, if you want to stream this, you can.
Yeah, no. It's good because I'll use this to upload if you don't mind after.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Ace,
Yeah.
Ace said howdy.
Howdy.
Um,
Oh yeah, I can see
Devil
the chat.
Dog,
Oh,
if Devil Dog ever comes in here,
yeah. Mhm.
I will get him to help me figure out how to pop up the chat on the side of the stream so we can see it better. I tried last night and it was a disaster.
Because I can actually see it. I can see the chat here. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if you know that.
yes, I
Oh,
can
but
see
you're
it because
saying it.
it's to my left, but it will
Gotcha.
also pop up like right beside you.
I see. Like last
And
night. Yes. Okay.
yeah,
Everybody can see. Yep.
Gary has, and
Yep.
um, Devil Dog does it because it's
Yep.
easier to read for a lot of people.
Right.
But okay, what
Yeah.
made you decide you're working one day, your
Hmm.
husband's retired from what you told me,
Yes, he is. Yep.
you live in the Mojave Desert,
Yes, I do.
or
Part
and
time.
you also live in California there next to the city?
Yes.
What made you decide to go, hey, let's do a YouTube channel?
So my husband was a YouTuber. He just loved YouTube, watched it constantly, got into watching most of the financial channels. And, he's very into the world events and he would just constantly watch YouTube. And he started following, a lot of like I said, financial channels and things like that. And I did not like YouTube at all. I hated YouTube at the time. I was not a YouTuber at all. But I started like, getting into it and watching what he was watching. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I started looking around at things that I was interested in, like, different, I don't know, cooking things and, gardening things and just even like learning new programs and just 'cause I like, like I said, I during my day job, I do a lot of coding and things like that. So I started like watching a lot of instructional videos on YouTube. And so I started following a lot of, those types of channels. And I started saying, I was just playing around one night at home. I had gotten a new laptop, and with this laptop, it came with. I was going through photos, and it came with this like little program. When I opened the picture, and it said, "Do you want to edit this photo with Clipchamp?" And I'm like, "What is Clipchamp?" Like I never heard of it, and so I was like, "Okay, yeah." And I was able to like put music to it, put transitions in it, and do all kinds of fun things with it, and so. I sent it to my husband, and he was like, "This is really good. You should, start a channel and start uploading." So I created a bunch of like dog, animal videos of my two Frenchies, and I uploaded a bunch of them, and they got thousands of views on them. So I was like, "This is great," and I had a great time with it. I love. I'm very into all that stuff. So I started doing that, and he's like, "Since you're doing good with this, why don't you start doing some content of your own?" And at first, I was just like,
Hey, Gail.
I do not like being in front of a camera. I don't like, I just wasn't into it. But, hi, Gail.
Do you know her?
No, yeah, actually, yes, I do. Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's got an
We've
awesome
chatted.
freaking.
Yep.
She's got an awesome channel,
Yep.
and
Been to it.
she's a good friend of mine.
Oh,
I've known
nice.
her for 5 years.
Okay.
I know her husband, and I'm
Oh.
going to their meetup here next year.
Oh, nice. And I think that's cool. Those meetups are super cool. Bell Loop was telling me about them, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know there was such a thing, to be honest. So that's really cool. Yeah, you can meet all your YouTube buddies and, face to face. I think that's pretty cool. So,
And I haven't got to see her or her husband in probably 3 years. So it's going to be good to
oh,
catch up.
that'll be fun. Yeah.
Hello, Bulldog. See, he's
Hi,
got his
Bulldog.
last name. He's got his name with a Z at the end.
Yep, that's
And
right.
and when I say that, I do talk to text, and I say his name, it comes up with the S. I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just sitting.
We tend
Okay.
to like do things one off, like Desert-Living, but I wanted Desert-Livin. I wanted something, different, a little unique. But anyway, yeah, so that's how it all started. I just started, loading content of the dogs. And then I started getting interested in like all these different topics. And mostly it's, um, I was really interested in AI because Drunken Chef, I know him too. Very
Yeah.
cool channel too. Yeah. Um, I was just interested in AI because I know it's going to dominate and take over. And I was really curious about where it was going. So I just started researching all these AI, everything about AI. And then that's the content I started putting out. And some of it, because I was so new and not used to being in front of the camera, it was very odd. I used a teleprompter because there was so much information. And I just looked like a robot, basically. When I was for my first like 5 videos or whatever. But then I started getting comfortable with it, and then I started pumping content out and pumping, and so we slowly started. Ed, I didn't realize how tough. I thought originally when I started this. I started using Suno. I know a lot of people are using Suno right now. It's a good.
Gail, I need to get a hold of Taz and you about that. I saw your guys' videos. It's cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of members that are or subs that use Suno, and it's really good. And I actually put out a video because what's happening is there's a lot of people right now that are getting sued for copyright material that they had no idea that Suno was, letting them use. So there's a video on my channel that I did maybe like 3 weeks ago about Suno and copyright laws and things like that. So I actually had a lawyer, a copyright lawyer on the, she had a video out about it. It was really interesting because I want to use Suno. I wanted to start using music in some of my editing and videos and things like that. But I still think that because it's so new that they're not finished with all the kinks in the between the copyright laws and the program itself. So I'm like holding back right now, but I know a lot of people are using it right now. It's a really cool program, and but I'm going to
I heard
step
it's
back a
very
little.
easy.
Yeah, it is. I actually checked it out, and what this lawyer said was like you're probably better off just getting a copyright license, filing an application. And I went into the application and it's very detailed. It would take you hours to fill it out. And you have to, say, I'm using this song for this video because I'm making a cow sing with the, I mean, it was just, you have to detail everything in this application for this copyright license. And it has you protected. So anybody who makes anything with Suno right now, is not theirs. They don't own it. I mean, you can make the content, but Suno, anybody can take that content, and that's my nervous. That's why I'm holding back right now because I want my content. I don't want anybody taking it. So, um,
Well, people can take your content right off YouTube.
anyway, right? Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
see, I used to do a lot of music to my videos
Hmm.
from YouTube, and YouTube tried to hit me with two copyrights. I'm like, no, 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 wait a minute, it's
This is
your
your stuff.
music, and
Yeah,
they took it off. They took it off of me, and
yeah.
they're like, just don't use it anymore.
I
Well, then
just,
why
I
have it?
That's right. That's right. And you know who told me about the YouTube music studio was Bell Loop. So he was like, if you want to add music, he was the one who I didn't even know YouTube had a music studio. Like I didn't know they had, a bunch of music you can use in your videos because basically I was covering, AI content. So I wasn't really using, music in my videos. But I would like to start creating other content, like I had to create another channel for AI because my main channel is the desert, the Mojave, the dogs, and then I started throwing AI stuff in there, and I found that like my subs were like, no, I lost a few subs from it because there was AI content, and they weren't interested in that. They were interested in the desert and the dogs. So I ended up making a second channel 2.0, which we're going to revise, but and that's where most of my financial stuff. I'm very into financial stuff and the currency and what's happening, with everything, and world events and stuff like that. So, but yeah, most of my content, I'm really, really into the AI thing because I know it's going to change the world. I just, I'm scared about what it's going to do. So I do a lot of research on that. And then I like researching YouTube itself. Like I want to know, yeah,
From what I've seen of your videos, you are the search queen of everything.
I do like doing research, and like I have a lot of help too, but I do like researching, and I like finding out why, what, when, where, how, and it probably has a lot to do with my day job too because I have to do a lot of that during the day. But yeah, I just I like doing content like that, so that's kind of how the channel developed, and then I realized there's a bunch of communities out there, and I had no idea about communities. I didn't know what that was. And so I started, getting into communities, which you're one of them. And, I got into Tuber Chat, I got into the Source, and, a couple of different communities. And then I started just growing from there. Like people started coming to the channel, and it's slowly growing. I didn't realize how I hear a lot of stories where people are like, I made monetization in a couple months, and I'm like, I must be doing
Well,
something wrong.
no, it's
You know?
because they're family members of a big channel, so
Okay.
they'll get their big friend channels to tell their audience about it, and that's how they're doing it.
See, I knew there was something. There had to be something up with that.
I,
There just had to
I
be.
watched I watched someone start a YouTube channel on a Monday.
Hmm.
Wednesday they were monetized.
I
It's
just, yeah,
because of the people they hang out with.
yeah, the
They had
connections, right?
all their people go to them and sub.
Right, right, right.
I
Yeah.
I like the way I've done it. I've not.
Hmm.
I know a big creator.
Hmm.
I've met him. I've hung
Hmm.
out with him. I've had a drink with him, and I've
Hmm.
never once asked him to shout my channel out.
Yeah,
Never.
I don't want to be that either. That's I worked hard for the subs that I developed. And now like in some of these communities, people will sub you in the community when you're in the chat, but then the next day they're gone. So as a creator, you need to be careful using AI because last week they took down the so that's the thing. I do not use AI. I refuse to use AI. I do not use AI for any information. I think AI may be good for video creation, like, like the dragon you have behind that's AI, like creating videos, but even now YouTube has changed that policy. Anything AI, they're taking YouTube has changed that policy. They do not want you using any AI in your creation. So there's a lot of changes going on in YouTube right now. We know that. Me and my team, we know that that's coming, and they're purging. YouTube is purging right now. They're getting rid of
We,
channels. They're getting yeah.
we've been dealing with that for 5 years.
Yeah.
Bushcraft has been dealing with that for a lot longer than me.
Mhm.
I'm used to it, so
Mhm.
I go with the flow.
Yeah, and
Because
that's
if they want to take 500 subs away from me, okay, I will get them back.
yeah, yeah. Well, you're a huge channel and a good channel, so if I were you, I wouldn't worry about a thing. But
Well, I'm not that
so
big of a channel. But do you
yeah,
see this? It's funny that YouTube users use AI to take out
yeah,
creators.
that yes, and that's the thing. In February, YouTube got brought in a new AI into their platform, and that's when some of their changes were made. Was in February, so it is. It's like it's very. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just crazy, but they can use an AI to do what they want. But I know that I see a lot of channels just disappearing, and sometimes the content creators of these channels will come out and say, "This is my last day." YouTube took me down and this is my last day. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is just crazy. But YouTube is saturated. There's billions, right, of people on
Yeah.
YouTube. So I think they're getting ready to like just clean house. I think in the beginning when they started to develop, they 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 would give you whatever because they were building their platform. But now it's like, they're saturated with people. So now
They
they're doing
take
the
too much money from us, you know.
that's the other thing. When I talked to Belt Loop and even talking to Jerry at Butler, um, I couldn't believe there really is not a lot of money in YouTube unless you have a couple hundred thousands of subs and it's yeah, March is the big per okay, yeah,
That's when you're
March
going to
is
see a lot of
yeah,
channels
yeah.
things go down.
Yeah, and that's what the team and I have been like really researching, since we started this channel. We have seen the changes. We can see the analytics. We can see all that stuff. So, I just and this might be good for smaller channels like myself. It might give us a chance, right? If it's if they open up a little bit of room for the new, channels, but
Well,
um
they've created a easier way for you. Like you had to have 4,000 or 1,000 subs and
right.
4,000 watch hours
Yep.
before you could do anything.
Yep.
Now it's 500 and
Yep. And that's
3,000.
Right. Right.
And it's just like, wow, we struggled. I mean,
Right.
I went to my first meetup with 566 followers or subscribers. Then I went home that night and I hit at 11:57 Sunday night. I hit 1,010. People
Wow.
like it may not stick because whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
So when I got up the next morning, I had 1,005. So that stuck,
Mm-hmm.
but I still had 1,500 more watch hours to go. So I was
Mm-hmm.
going live like every single
That's the
day.
way to do it. Yep. That's the way
Hello,
to
Big
do
Matt, Harvey, Henry. I'll get somebody's name right. I
it.
haven't tried it on YouTube. Not sure it would work well with my content. You never know.
What does he have for content? What do you
I don't
say?
know.
Oh, okay.
I have to go back. I know I was
Curious.
subbed to him a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what this says. It is easy to get partners with YouTube now. 10 years ago, it was really hard.
Interesting. Okay.
5 years ago, bushcraft was really hard. At least for me, it was.
Yeah.
But
This
but
is
I've
this.
changed my channel name too a few times.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't done
But
that.
this
Yeah.
one's staying
Yeah. I
because
like
the one
it.
in some of my videos you can hear a whistle going off.
Yes.
That's because the train is going down the track.
Oh, no kidding. Oh,
I
really?
literally live less than a mile away from the train tracks.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So you have a natural whistle
A
going
natural.
on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Okay. Now we
Oh.
know why you started YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Now you live in California.
Yes.
What made you decide? You and your husband both. He can answer this in the chat.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't have to be, which I know he stays behind the scenes, but we could still hear him through your microphone if he was near you.
Okay.
He doesn't have to show his face.
Okay.
But what made you guys go from living in the city to out in the middle of a freaking desert next to a military base?
So we live downtown San Diego, right near Petco Park, and it was a chaotic disaster, basically. People upon people. We had a tiny, tiny studio, 400 square foot studio. We got it because it was super cheap to live. But then, and this was like 17 years ago when I came to California. I'm originally from Boston. My grandparents came from Sicily to New York, and then they migrated to Boston. So I grew up in the Boston suburb, bad sections of town. But anyway, and then about 17 years ago, I owned a really amazing spa for about 10 years, and at the time, my spa lease was going to end, so I had a choice to either renew the lease, and this was during the 2008 crash. So during that time, that crash of 2008, my lease was up that year for the spa, and that crash really kind of devastated like my clientele that I had at the spa. So I was like, do I take the chance and renew the lease, or do I do something else? And now my husband and I had just met that year, and he was like, you know what, let's just pack up, sell what we can. And we had been dating for about a year at that time, and just let's start over somewhere. And he had been to California several times, and he's like, it's beautiful there. Well, we'll start there. So that's what brought us, yeah, that's what brought us to
But
California.
he
And
but he didn't think, yes, it's beautiful, but
yeah.
you got to be damn near a billionaire to live
You
there.
do not 17 years ago. It was expensive, but it is.
Yeah.
We're going to get pushed out. Eventually, we will get pushed out because I can only make so much money. And yes, every year I get a cost of living raise, but it's 3%. It's not. It's not enough to make it here. And we may eventually get pushed out. But anyway, that. So we decided I had 6 weeks vacation because the company I had worked at was a biomedical company. I was there for a long time, so I had a lot of vacation time I saved up. So every year, I had 6 weeks, and every time I would take a vacation, we wanted to get away from everything and everyone and just even a resort wasn't even, I didn't even want to be near people. It was just, my job and the city and it was just so chaotic that we would rent an Airbnb up here in, I think it was 29 Palms actually. And this was on 40 acres of nothingness. It just beautiful house. It was gorgeous. They had a hot tub outside, and the skies. I had never seen night skies like that before. It was just the most amazing place. So every time I took a vacation, we rented that house, and we were like, you know what? We come here every single year for 6 weeks, and why don't we just get a place of our own? So that and we just wanted to be in the most desolate part of the world that was close enough to us.
And you are.
We are at the most desolate. There is nothing. Around us is all government land, so no one can build. And we are right behind the 29 Palms military base, which is pretty cool because we get to see some of the action that goes on. We get to see some of their practices. We just had a helicopter practice. They did a drive over. Yeah, I love watching them because it's like 6 helicopters in a row, and they're doing, their little practices, and then we get to see their night practices where you see all their ammo going off and their guns and all this other stuff going off, and But the other thing is their when they start dropping bombs, it shakes our house. It wakes us up. It's at 6 a.m. It's like pretty early. They're out there because it's so hot here, but I love it. We bought the house. It was not livable. It was a mess. You definitely had an outhouse. I mean, it was not. We bought it for the land, for the view. We knew no one else could build around it. We knew it wasn't a flood zone. We knew, my husband did a lot of research on it. It had its own water source. And that's what we were looking for. So we said, you know what, let's just buy it. So we kept the place, in the city, obviously, because I had to work. And he came up here and he, just worked on the house. And I came up on the weekends and helped. And then we hired some contractors to, finish the house. And it is simply amazing. Like it's all custom. Everything is custom in this house. So it's really nice to come to. Eventually, I'll live here full time, but right now, I work, and he's lucky enough to be retired. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
So it's good.
that is. And the
Yeah.
funny part about it is I've
Mm,
probably been past your guys' property
mm,
in the 16 years of driving, probably 30 times.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, I've went to the military base 5 different times to deliver and to pick up. I had to pick up 2 Humvees because they were destroyed and take them across country. I've
Okay.
delivered brand new ones there. I've delivered an ambulance there.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure I've been through that area where you guys live.
so I think we're like 40 miles from the actual entrance. So we're 40 miles further than the entrance. But I have been on base. I went on base once for a job interview because I had worked on the naval base in San Diego, the 32nd on 32nd, and as a civilian, and it was great. I loved working, for the military. So I figured I would try to apply for a job there because I really wanted, to live here. And they offered all kinds of benefits, but it wasn't. It was just in the service industry. It was just, being a waitress and food industry and stuff like that. I didn't get the job, obviously, but so I had been on base, and it's a massive, massive, massive base. I mean, and it's funny you say that because we were wondering, we remember talking to you guys, and we didn't know which one of you had been on base. We were like, was it Ed? Was it Eddie? Was it Gary? Who said that they had been on base before? And it was you.
I have been there. I'm not sure if Eddie's been there.
Okay.
I can't remember if he said he was, but I've been to Fort Carson's
Okay.
military base.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to the military bases in California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot. There's a lot.
Virginia. I had to go pick up. This is when I was before I started running flatbed, and I think it was in Virginia. I had to pick up a trailer, and when I pulled up, they had short people, and this one woman, she was 5'2", very nice
Hmm.
military lady, but her gun was taller than she was. So they're
Oh my
like,
god. Yeah.
"Here's your lock. Don't don't unlock it. Don't only let us know where you're stopping and when you're stopping."
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, "What in the hell is in this trailer?"
Oh.
So I do all that. Well,
Yep.
they have people follow you.
Yes. Yeah.
You're not supposed to know about it, but
Yeah.
when you take a black SUV and it parks
Right.
three spots down from you,
Of
come
course, you're
on.
gonna be watched. Yeah. 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 Well,
So
all
I
around
finally
us.
get to
Yeah. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
all around us are lookout towers, like on the top of the mountains. So, like,
Oh yeah.
because you can't go on the certain part. So, our land ends, and then there's like a dirt road. None of the roads are maintained out here. And then after that road, for you can't. That's the government land. So they have the lookout towers there, and if you are on that land, they will come out. They'll come out to you. There's a lot of, there's a lot of four wheelers out here, and they'll go over there, and they will come right out and be like, get out.
And from what I know about that base, you do not want to piss those people off.
Mm-mm-mm. No,
And
no.
Gail, I'm not talking about short people. I'm just saying she was 5'2", but the gun she was carrying was taller than her. But when I got to Pennsylvania with that load,
Yeah,
the guy I was talking to, the guy who was very cool, but I'm like, you guys had me followed.
yeah,
What is in this thing that's that important for the
right,
military? He
right.
goes, "You really want to know?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I was
Yeah,
in the military. Yeah, I want to know."
right.
He goes, "Open the door." So he
What is
cuts the lock in the metal strip. We open it, and there's nothing in it. It's an empty trailer. And I'm like, "What the?" I go, "There's
messed
nothing
up?
in it." He goes, "Get up in it, walk halfway up the trailer." There was an envelope about this tall and about that wide taped to the floor. It was some kind of codes they needed.
I see.
Instead of sending them
Yep.
you know, through the
That's brilliant.
military, they said,
Yep. Yep.
"Yep."
That's brilliant. That's the military.
Hey,
That's yep.
it paid me very well to do
There
that,
you
so I
go.
didn't really care.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Yeah.
But to see these Humvees and other military things come back from Iraq destroyed and
Yeah.
going, how did these people live?
Right.
This thing got blown up. How did they live?
Right.
And they
Yeah.
did.
I saw so much armory and tanks, and that's the first time. Like I said, I worked on the naval base, and I had never seen. I mean, yeah, I was on the ships and things like that, but it's nothing compared to that military base. Like seeing the tanks and the armory and all the stuff that they have on that base is crazy. It's just I was amazed, and the base is massive. I mean, it goes, 50, 60, 70, maybe even, I don't know, 80 miles. It's huge. It's massive. So,
It's one
and
of the it's a
yeah, it's
base
just,
that you never really have to leave to go grocery
nope.
shopping or
They have
anything
everything
like
there.
that.
Yep. They have everything there, housing, everything. Everything is on that base. So,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, it's a pretty big base. So yeah, I love it out here. It's desolate. There's nothing around us. There's no neighbors. There's no people. There's, nothing. And that's exactly what I need. I have a very stressful job, and I love it. It's not that I don't. I really like what I'm doing, but it's stressful. So it's a nice place to come to get away. And I still live in the city during the week, so I'm like, let me get out of here. I need a place to go to where I can not be around people, and
Right.
and then, I get to record stuff from here, do my YouTube stuff from here, which is good. So I have two setups. Um, when I'm doing stuff about when I'm, doing AI videos, I'm doing them at my apartment studio. And then when I'm doing kind of desert stuff, I do it here at this little studio that we have in our house. So it works out.
Is there any chance that your job will let you do remote to where you can just leave the city and stay out there?
I wish. So the job I had before, yes, when I was in biomedical and I was doing chemistry, yes, I could. But the type of job I have right now in aerospace, I have to be on site. It's an on site position. I'm very involved in the day to day production part of it. So it's yeah, I wish if it was, there's a lot of positions in the company that yes, they do work remote, but my particular job does not allow me to do that. So it kind of stinks because I really would like to be here, full time. So
Oh, and I'm sure your husband would like you to be there full
yeah, he
time.
would. Yeah, yeah. It's rough because I have two Frenchies, and it's heartbreaking when I leave, because they're like,
Oh, you leave them there.
yeah, they live with him. Yeah,
Oh, I did
yeah.
not know that. I thought they went with
Mhm.
you.
I wish, but I work all day and they'd be stuck in an apartment by themselves and I just can't.
I know
Yeah.
my poor puppy dog. I leave
Yeah.
here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's days I don't get back here till
Hmm.
sometimes midnight.
Yeah.
She's in here by herself.
Yeah. Yeah. I just couldn't do that to them. So, and they have this huge yard and they have a blast here. Like this is the best life we could give them. So, I mean, other than the rattlesnake bite that happened a couple of
Right,
months ago, yeah, that was the first time that had happened since we had the house. Like we had never, nothing like that has ever happened. But she likes to chase lizards, and she was going after this lizard, and it took her to the wrong place at the wrong time, and it got a snake bit her right in the mouth, and it happened to be one of the most poisonous, deadliest snakes. I found out later after the blood work came through,
yeah.
and it was horrifying. Ed, it was awful. Like I was
I
driving
re-
her.
I
Oh,
remember you doing that video and
oh,
talking
oh,
about it, and I was just
yeah,
like, no. All
yeah.
right, this next question is for your hubby,
Okay, you there in the
and
chat?
he can be in chat or he can stand next to the desk out of the camera, and we can
Okay,
still hear his voice.
okay, okay.
What do you think about your wife doing YouTube the way she's doing it now? One when she's there with you, and one when she's away. What's your
Good
opinion
question.
on that?
It's a good question.
So we could either wait for the chat or he can talk loud enough and we can hear him.
I'll see if he's going to come over. He'll probably chat. He's
We've heard his voice before.
yes, yeah. He's been in and out helping me like on the live stream. So you want to come
I
over?
think I think she is happy.
Uh,
Okay,
no,
yes, we know she's happy. We can see
right.
the look on her face. I
What do
want
you?
your opinion. What do you think about it?
Uh,
See, I get the whole family involved,
yeah, I love it. I love it. I want to. I
and
can't see them.
therefore I'm happy. Good answer. Good answer.
He knows he's a good guy.
That's what I was waiting for.
Oh my god, that is too funny. That is definitely my husband.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Um,
Yeah, good guy. Too
so,
funny.
where do you see yourself on YouTube with your job in the next 5 years?
So that's what I'm that's my focus, right? Because I enjoy this so much. I really do. In the beginning I was like I super camera shy. I, don't like to see myself on camera. I, just I don't know if I can do this, but I did a couple videos and after a few of them I was like, you know what? I really like doing this. So my focus is to develop this channel. I'm still going to be, doing, and that's why we got into the analytic part of it and trying to like, figure out certain things because we're super interested on, how YouTube works. And we'll never, YouTube is changing all the time. No one's ever going to figure out that stuff. But
YouTube's trying to figure out how YouTube
That's
works.
right. That's right, Ed. Exactly. So, but we're still, so my content is still going to be, we're still going to, put out content for the desert and the dogs. We find like a lot of people are dog, obviously everybody loves animals.
I love your
I
dogs.
love my dogs. Thank you. Yeah, they're good dogs. They're really good dogs, and they're super cute and playful, and they love each other. So, but I'm going to continue with my, we're still researching some trial things that we're doing with other channels, and we're still going to keep that going, and I'm still going to start doing more content, and I want to hopefully develop one day into being able to leave the job because I'll be 60 in a couple years.
What?
Yeah, I'll be 60 in a couple. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready
I
to.
I thought you were a lot younger than that.
Thank you. Somebody else said that to me the other day, and I'm like, yeah,
In
no,
two and a
uh,
half months, I'll be turning 59.
oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be 60 in a couple years. And I'm like, I'm ready. I'm, ready to get out of this rat race. And, I've been working since I was 16. So I just, I've always been a worker. I've always, just, I try, I put a lot of stress on myself because I try to overachieve and then I disappoint myself.
You know what?
But
We all do that. Wait a minute. You said
yeah,
in a couple of years you'll be 60?
yeah, yeah,
So you're
yeah.
my age.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm a year younger
Or
than
you're
you.
younger than.
A year
Yeah,
younger
so
than me.
okay.
So yeah,
All right, cuz right now
58.
I'm 58
Yeah,
for right now for
yeah,
at least another 2.5 months.
yeah.
But
Okay, so 3 years. So I'm 57.
oh, okay. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're a year behind me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I would have never known that,
Thank you.
you know.
Thank you.
Um I remember you stating that you want to do a podcast.
Yes. That.
Okay. Do you want to do it from where you're at right now, or
Yeah.
do you want to do it from the city, or do it from both places?
I'm wanting to do it from here. During the week, I have very little time to actually put into by the time I'm done researching my topic, it's about a 7-day research that I do for a topic. And then I'll put out the video. And the video, will be a couple of days because I do several takes of it to make sure it's, how I like it. What's rough about the type of content that I put out is that, you know, my hook for the video is usually 8 minutes into the video. So I'm not catching the people in the first 15, 20 seconds. And that's my problem. That's what I need to work on. So my husband's like, the video came out good, but the hook that you needed to catch people is like 8 minutes in. And they're not gonna sit there and watch, your video when your hook is too far into the video. So I need to restructure, the way I'm putting out the content because the type of content I put out, he's right. Your hook needs to be, you got to YouTube these days. People are swiping and clicking, and they don't. Their attention span is like nothing. So they're
Okay.
constantly going on to the next. Yeah. So, but I would love to podcast, and I would love to, I'd love to team up with someone. I have a couple people that we're talking. We're just in the talks right now. So, but yeah, ultimately, that's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is a question. You're there from what, Saturday morning, basically Friday
So
night,
I drive up Friday night after work, 3 hour drive.
right? So you get there. What's stopping you from doing a podcast now on your own until someone wants to join you,
Hmm.
where you can have guests come up and you can
Hmm.
talk with them
That isn't. Yep.
on a Saturday
Hmm.
morning or afternoon,
Yep.
so you can still spend time with your hubby in the
Yep.
evenings too.
Yep.
What's stopping you from doing that now? Like
So
Bushcraft said, YouTube's pushing um, podcast. right at the moment.
Oh,
They're
I didn't
pushing
know
it
that.
hard.
I did not
Yeah,
know that. Yeah, that I did not know. I do have a regular live I do on Saturday, and it's for Frenchies, and it's it's called Silly Frenchies Doing Silly Things, and I love doing that show. So that's my live that I do on Saturdays. I did this past Saturday was my 18th episode, and I have a lot of fun with that. That's one that
they're cute.
I have a good time with, and I just love doing it. So doing a podcast instead of that, I don't know.
No,
Um,
no, no. I
yeah,
didn't say instead.
yeah,
Okay, say you do your live on
hmm,
Saturday.
yep,
Okay, you get up Sunday morning, you have breakfast, you
yep,
chit chat with your husband.
yep,
Then you're getting. I know you're getting ready to go back.
yeah,
3 hours before you go back, you
yep,
only go live for an hour on a podcast, anyways.
yep,
From what I've heard, do a podcast on Sunday
yep.
before you go home.
It may happen. We're in talks about that too.
Because
Because
I would love to see you do it, and
yeah, thank you.
I
Yeah,
would volunteer to be up on your
I would
podcast.
have you as a guest.
All
Yeah,
right,
no, I think that is we're also talking about that too. So yeah, yeah, that's my goal.
that is freaking awesome. And
Yeah.
if you guys don't know this nice, intelligent woman
Oh,
and her channel, you need to go and watch it, especially
thank you.
the Frenchies. And if anybody wants to come up and ask her a question or just come up and
Yeah,
talk with us,
yeah.
there's the link. You don't need to go live to do a podcast. You don't need
Right.
to go live.
That's right. No, it would be recorded, definitely. Yeah, it would be recorded. And then I would, I do it live eventually. I think live is where you get that participation that YouTube is looking for. YouTube, they have a certain formula that they're looking at, and participation is one of them. So, when you're live, you have all these people participating, and that triggers that, formula. And you know, I did something on Thursday night about, drop off and things like that, think hours dropping off and things like that. But I think the lives is what keeps that from happening because you have so much participation. Podcasts can be recorded and filmed at any time. They can be loaded to Spotify, and RSS feed can be sent to many platforms. Yes, and I'm on many platforms. I'm on X, I'm on Rumble, I'm on, a few different I am already. But yes, I that is true. And I think that's the avenue I'll probably eventually go. And yeah, we are, thinking about something that, and like I said, I have a couple people that I am talks with right now, big channels actually. So who knows, it might work out that way, but I would probably think about starting, myself first and then having guests. And I really enjoy this, Ed. I do. I like doing this. I just like doing it. Um, the live thing has been, I'm not going to lie, because I've only been doing this for a few months, has been a little tricky. Like, now I know you guys, you go live all the time and you're used to it. You've been on YouTube. You have a good, great channel, big following. You've been live all the time. You're used to it. But some of the lives, I'm not used to the trolls. I'm not used to like some of the stuff that happens on these lives. Like throw me, and then when I
Yeah,
get caught off guard like that, I just lose all. I just I'm just like, "Oh my goodness, what just happened?" But,
that's why
um
you have to have moderators on your
yes.
channel,
Yeah, yeah, and
and you
that's why.
do.
Yes, well, I'm changing, over to EV Mux. I actually was just working on I was hoping to have it ready. I got it all the way set up, and I just didn't have the comment thing down, and there was a couple of things that I was having issues with the overlays and things like that. So, I almost had it ready for this, and I was gonna use it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna mess around with it, and just I want it right before I start using it. But that
I don't even know how to use all the functions on this thing.
I almost
The layers,
yeah.
the pro scenes.
Yep.
I cannot figure that out.
Yeah, I love the layer part of it. That layers is great. I had that, that's what I was working on. I have an overlay that I like to use, so I uploaded it to EVMux, and it didn't fit the regular screen size that they had, so I had to adjust it. That's what subscribe only mode is good for. YouTube gives you a thick skin. That's right, Gail. Yes, and that's what I'm developing right now. I learned a lot this last like week and a half, and since actually this past month, I learned a lot. So I'm slowly, getting there, and learning. I'm just learning, and I am definitely changing up a few things. I was going to take a step back for a little bit and just regroup, but after talking to you, I think you're right about that. I think you're right not to do that. I think what you told me and the advice you gave me, I think you're spot on. I think what you said is right. And even my husband, when I told him, our talk, he was like, "This guy is right. He's absolutely right." So,
Now I can understand if you were on for like years
hmm
and then you're like, I need to step back and take a break. That
yeah,
I could understand.
hmm
But with the short time you've been on there and a conversation or some people, it doesn't matter who it is. Charles here, Bushcraft, he
bushcraft.
knows YouTube. If he
Hi.
watched your live and he doesn't agree with you, he'll
Yeah,
probably tell you.
yeah,
It'll probably hurt your feelings.
yeah,
But then, no, Charles, I'm not saying that you would do it deliberately. She
Oh,
knows what I'm talking about. But you just have to say, okay, well, this was my research.
yep.
This is what I found.
hmm
But he knows YouTube really, really well. I mean,
hmm
he knows it really well.
hmm
too well.
So,
yeah,
yeah, too well. So,
yeah,
don't let it doesn't matter if it's a small channel,
right,
a humongous channel,
right.
get to you. I
hmm
mean, we're
Oh
all
yeah.
I'm not going to agree with everything you say on
Yep.
your channel,
hmm
and I may tell you in a comment I disagree with you.
Yeah, and that
It's
I
not to upset you.
right.
It's just to say, look, I disagree.
Yep.
Just letting you know, I
Yep.
am a creator myself. Blah blah
hmm
blah. Some people you do that to. I've actually watched two people shut their channel completely down because of comments.
See, I'm not that's yeah, I'm not like I won't let that happen, but I think there's a certain way, like, of getting your point across without damaging, like, the chat, right? Like, and if you're if you're trying to, get a point across, like, if it were me in the chat, I'd be like, yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that's, I think you may be off on that, but I would leave it at that. That's my opinion. And, you know, and I get a lot of that actually. That's not, I get a lot of that. But it is just my opinion,
Sorry.
and it's, yeah. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean, not every and Charles has known me since I started.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
He knows I've went off on people on here, literally cussing up a storm.
No.
You got to
Really?
be
I
careful
mean,
with that
bad.
now.
Yeah, now
Um,
you got to be careful with it.
you know, 101, Prepping 101.
Yep.
He lost a channel that way. 30 some thousand subscribers or whatever it was. Because
From what? From,
um, you can't you can't talk bad to your listeners, basically.
right.
Even
Right.
if they cause a scene or whatever, you're
Mhm.
supposed to, hit the button and give them the
Yeah.
boot.
Mhm.
The only problem is there are groups out there that are that's all they do is go into lives to cause trouble. And if
Yes.
they get banned for no reason, because I actually got a strike one time because I had a moderator that banned somebody for no reason.
Oh.
And then I got a strike pop up saying so and so was banned for no reason, this and that.
Mm.
It's against terms of service and all
Mhm.
that stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
So what
that's
you
when
need to do,
I got rid of all my mods
Yeah, I
at
just did.
that time.
That's exactly what I did today.
Yeah, and there's
Yep.
only certain people that I trust that they know how to mod a
Yep.
channel.
Yep. I had to do it. And then
Yeah.
going to EV Mooks is, I think, going to help because there you can't give blue jackets on on EV Mooks. It's just they don't
Oh,
have. Yeah, so that's the other
it's
reason
still
why.
YouTube. You can still do
Yes.
it through YouTube. Because see,
Yeah.
right
yeah.
now I've got this up, but I also have YouTube up,
Mhm.
and I'm watching my own live stream.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See
Oh,
that
that's
Because
that's
cool. Look at.
I do it to see read the chat.
Mhm.
Now we got a question for you.
Yeah. What would your podcast be about? So I like this whole homestead stuff. I really do. I
mhm.
like this whole homestead, just everything about it. A lot of the channels we are sub to are all homestead channels. So I would probably get into something like something to do with homestead and, geared around those types of channels and people and things like that. So, yeah, I would probably do something towards that part of it. So, because I'm super into it, and I have someone I'm talking with right now that is very interested also. So, and they're a big channel, and hopefully it works, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think the homestead thing, it's huge right now, and that's what I like about EV Mooks because you can do what you just did, Ed.
Mhm.
I love that. I think that's great. Yeah, the backgrounds and the overlays and all that stuff. So, like I
Oh,
said, I
this
was
is
just yeah.
so that would be awesome. Oh, I took off a troll claiming without cussing, just calling him out and saying, "I know who you are for once." Ooh, yeah, that will do it.
Mhm.
My my moderators know that if they continue saying the same crap or they try to flood my chat,
Hmm.
is to get rid of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
but
if I say no, I will take care of it.
yeah.
I'll wait. I'll give them 3 tries. The
Okay.
third try, they're done.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
think I
I
think
just got to the point. Charles knows. I used to be scared doing live streams, and I've had people bash me during my own live stream.
I've
Now
had
it's just like, bring it on.
I've had threats where they would say, "I'm gonna hack your bank account." And I'm gonna, like, I mean, just literal threats when I'm doing my outdoor live streams on Sunday morning. Like some people have just come right in and like,
Oh yeah.
oh God, it's just I was just like, oh my goodness, so what is this? What is going on?
I wish
I've got
someone would say that to me. I'd go ahead. There ain't nothing in it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Try because it's zero.
I've
But
got one person that's troll. He hasn't
mhm,
bothered me for a while, so
mhm,
I guess he got tired. But because I'm kind of in contact with uh, support for YouTube, I've got their
mhm,
email and everything. Soon as I
mhm.
have an issue, because I've been reported numerous
Oh
times.
my gosh.
This one person has uh, uh, 22,000 something accounts, and he keeps making new accounts.
How is that possible?
And I got tired of him coming in and because it wasn't he was
Hey,
attacking me,
Demoose.
he was going after the viewers, and that I don't go for that.
Yes, and
So
that's yep.
I because his name's Frog, he does it a certain way, but he it was he'd start at 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of every name. So I made uh, anybody that started with frog was a banned word. So whenever he came in, he couldn't talk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I
So
mean, you
anytime
got
he'd start talking, uh, the banned word thing would come up, and
mm,
he couldn't talk. So
yeah.
that solved that problem.
Yeah, that's good. And that's my concern is the people in the chat, right? That those are my subs, and I'm just concerned that having that blue jacket, they'll come in and dump all their stuff and start harassing my
Hmm.
subs. I'm subbing you, expecting a sub back, and it's chaotic, and that's not the type of channel I want to develop. I want some professionalism. I want some good. I just it was just it started to get really chaotic, and I was like, you know what, I think I might be stepping away from lives for a little bit. But that's where the interaction comes in, and
Yeah, that's
YouTube
what they
sees.
want.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's the interaction, and that's part of that formula that YouTube has. It's they're looking for that. They're looking to see if your channel is interacting. And if you have that, you're probably going to hold on to a lot of your hours, your watch hours, your subs,
Hmm.
they look for that. They look for specifics in your comments, and they look for, all that stuff. So I need to keep the chats. I mean, I need to keep
Yeah.
the live going. I have to. I just have to. And now I think I'm gonna have a little bit more control because I did, like I said, I cleaned up my channel with all the blue jackets, and I don't think it's fair either for like new people who come in that don't have a blue jacket. They feel uncomfortable, I think. Like they see all these blue jackets and they come in, new people, and they don't have one, and then you tend to lose them. They tend to
Yeah.
leave. Yeah,
When
so
it's everybody has blue names, and then there's
yeah,
one person that doesn't.
double dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's another thing. I kind of feel bad for the new people that enter the chat. They see all these blue jackets. They get intimidated. I just, I like I said, I'm learning. I have a group of people that I work with, which I'm grateful for. And we did find out that is probably not a good thing. Not everybody
Hmm.
should be a moderator and have a blue jacket, and it
That's
ended up
why I have
really,
certain ones.
yeah, it ended up really hurting.
Well, one
Not
thing
good.
people don't realize when they give somebody a wrench to
Mhm.
be a mod,
Mhm. Mhm.
they can actually delete comments in your videos,
Yes. Yep.
and they
Yeah.
can ban people from.
I thought that was
Yes.
only a managing mod, though.
No,
Nope.
I think it's a standard moderator. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
just happened?
Yeah. So I went in
Am I
just
still
recently.
live?
Yeah, you're not on the screen though, but you're still live. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube just disappeared.
Oh.
You
Well,
both
I
froze at the same time and then were gone.
really. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Go
just
ahead.
you just disappeared, but I see Bushcraft
Still
on
live.
there, and yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
see.
you guys are back.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I learned my lesson there. So another lesson learned. But I've been getting a lot of support. Like, Ed, you've been great. Devil Dog's been great. Bell Loop's been great. Everybody has been, really, really, really trying to support the channel. And I so appreciate that because, I'm working hard for this. I really want to do this. I know there's not a lot of money in it unless you have, hundreds and
Hmm.
thousands of subscribers, but I like doing it. I really do. I enjoy it. It's just something I like. And, like I said, I live alone during the week, so it fills my time, when I get home from work and I have something to do. And, the research alone that I do, I just love. I'm learning, like, I'm a research person anyway. I just like doing stuff like that. I like doing, analytics and all that stuff. So, and my job during the
Just,
day helps. And
just don't watch the numbers too much because it'll drive you nuts.
that's what my husband said. He said, "Stop it, stop
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
stop."
I used to do it, and he's Charles has got on. He goes, just stop watching them because it's aggravating you.
It is. It
And
drives
Yeah.
me
I
crazy.
have,
Yeah.
but
I,
I just got something to say to the people in chat. If you
sure.
guys have any questions for Desert-Livin, you can come up on panel or ask a question in the chat, and that's what she's here for. We're basically interviewing her.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've tried to control myself from watching the analytics, and like I said, we do have some people that are on it all the time. I have a good bunch of guys that I work with, and They're on top of all of that and they run the analytics, but I'm constantly like checking and he was just like, because I'm like, this happened and this dropped off and then what happened? And he's like, stop, stop with that now.
Yeah.
Just stop,
You want to
like,
go crazy, just try to figure out YouTube analytics
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
or
Exactly.
or their or YouTube the algorithm.
Yes. Yeah. That'll
That'll drive
never,
you nuts.
yeah, no, I don't think anybody can crack the code on that because they're changing it constantly.
Yeah.
And then Eddie, Ed, you made a point. YouTube doesn't even know their own algorithm.
Mhm.
So it's just it is what it is. But we did discover something. So I think that we may be correct on it. That's just what we thought from what we experienced during this little experiment, a couple weeks ago. So, what are your hobbies, Nina? So, because I'm originally from Boston and I'm Sicilian, I like to cook. So my hobbies are, and my grandfather and his brother had a bakery in Boston. So I grew up in a bakery. So I like to cake decorate. I have some posts of cakes that I've done on my channel at the bottom, and I do a lot of like baking and cake decorating and stuff like that. And I love, love, love to cook. So whenever I get a chance to cook, it's cooking and baking are pretty much my hobbies. And then when I'm out here in the desert, I actually like to go off and look for like rare stones. There's some beautiful rare stones here and some crystals. I've been lucky enough to find some
Turquoise.
crystals. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. So that's my hobby here. And obviously my dogs are my two Frenchies are I just love them and do a lot with them. But yeah, when I'm here in the desert, I like to, go off. We have 5 acres here, which is nice. We have about an acre fenced in, and we went up to the gold mines across the 62. There's a bunch of gold mines up there, and we've gone up and check those out. And but yeah, my real hobby is the cooking and the baking, and like any Sicilian would just grew up with being in the kitchen with my mom and my grandparents and all that stuff. So but I did, when we got this house, I was like, oh my god, look at that rock and look at that stone and look at that, and
Mhm.
then I got into that. So so I
And
do.
then her husband's going, look at this wall we need to replace. Look
Yeah.
at this we need to replace. The
Yes.
hell with the stones.
Yes, yes. And you just see the inside. Like I have all my stones and like everything because I like to polish them and shine them. And in Joshua Tree, there's a like there's a store, a massive store in Joshua Tree that sells like a lot of the stuff that I find. So,
Mhm.
and then I went on eBay to see, I looked up some of the stuff that I found and there's price tags on them. So I'm just like, hey, some of this stuff has,
Yeah.
I mean, not huge dollars, but there's some price tags to it. So I was like, this is pretty cool. I found this, and it's worth $25, and it's pretty cool. It's really cool. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. It's just I can't even the night
I love
skies
the
I've never
desert.
seen. Yeah, it's
From what?
what.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Bushcraft where he's
Well,
state.
I used to live out in Arizona, so
Okay, there you go. Okay,
Tucson
yeah,
and
So
Phoenix.
did I.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Arizona is probably got the same type of like mountains and skies,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, it's
I
beautiful
used to
there.
As
live
a
in
kid, I
Phoenix.
used to go out and look for turquoise because
Mm,
it was easy money. Never,
mm-hmm.
I was probably really young, and I was carrying this big old turquoise, and I ended up selling it for $100, and that was like
Nice.
woo, a lot of money back then.
Yes, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I
Turquoise
was
is one of my
hooked.
favorite. Actually,
It's
I think I
funny.
have some on here.
It's funny. You live in California. I used to live in California. Well, which that's where I'm originally from.
Yes.
Bushcraft lived in Arizona. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona for 3.5 years.
Oh yeah.
That's one place I do miss. I liked it
Uh,
there.
yeah, it's
Mm.
hot there. It's like hot like here.
No, it
You
doesn't
Well,
get
really,
hot
the city
anywhere.
gets so hot through the daytime, it
yes.
stays hot until like 9 o'clock in the morning. Then it heats back up again.
Yeah, see, we have
Cement heat.
temperatures up to 125 here. It has hit Death Valley hot here. and then by like 9 o'clock at night, it drops down to like 108. I would love to rock hunt, sit there, the Rambling PT. It's just, it relaxes me. It's something that chills me out and relaxes me. I like rocks too, but I have never collected them. Yeah, Gales, it's a lot of fun. I have some beautiful stones, and I like to polish them, and they come out so gorgeous. So I have like a wall inside my house where I have these like really rare, like really nice stones. So you California, I missed that question.
Oh, hold on.
So you Californian, so you California, oh, they're from Texas. Yeah. I've been to Texas a few times. My husband's parents live there, McAllen, actually. So close to the Rio Grande, and it's hot there too. It's nice there. I'm not crazy about Texas, but I mean, California, we might be pushed out of because of the cost of living here. It might just, because we have the two places, and that's why I'm so focused on trying to get this off the ground. Because if I were able to, I could get rid of that other place that I live in, and maybe we might have a chance. But it is what it is. Things are changing here in California, and it's not what it used to be 17 years ago when I came here. So it was just a lot of things are changing. But I am grateful that I have a great job and everything, so that does help. And I'm in a really good industry right now. So yeah, so it's good. But I do love this YouTube thing, and I love meeting people. Good question, Devil Dog. Good question. Oh, I'm dying to see what he. Desert has only been two places in Texas. LOL. She would love most of Texas. He thinks so. Answer Devil Dog's question, Bulldogs. I'm curious. Yeah, I've only been to two places, McAllen, and I believe the other one was. Can I at least like you, Bulldogs? So Devil Dog. Okay. So I wrote this down because I had been getting you guys all. There's so many of you guys. So Devil Dog is Eddie. Okay, I like
Yes.
Bulldogs more than. So Devil Dog is Eddie. Whistlestop is Ed. Belt Loop is Gary.
Yes.
Webb's Web is Ralph. Butler Family Farms is Jerry.
Right.
Okay, got it. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that was the
See,
other thing.
that's why I put, if you look at my name up on the screen here,
Yep.
I put Ed
Ed.
at Whistle Stop
Yes. Yep. Yep.
because I was being called Eddie, and Eddie is being called Eddie, and it was confusing
Yes.
him.
Yes. I found that out after you told me that, and I was like, "Oh my god, I got to get you guys straight." It was just too funny. I was just like,
We were laughing about
I was
that
going,
last night
yeah, yeah,
in the after party.
yeah.
He goes, I even put my name up there.
That chat was flying. I was trying to keep up, and it just, my husband was like, it was so chaotic. People were just like all over the place, and oh, Tim's middle name is Ed as well, and Tim,
Yep.
I completely like he was in the chat that I was in with you guys the weekend before. Belloop. Hi,
Yeah.
Belloop.
And Sivy was in there too. Oh, and
Ye-
by the way,
Yeah.
if you make it home in time,
Yeah.
or if you can just listen,
Yes.
Sivy has got her live tonight where she's cooking some crazy crap.
Oh, I'll totally put it on my. That's what I usually do. I try to get alive so that I can give anybody some hour, just the watch time. And I have it. I have a little holder that holds my phone, and I just turn it on, and I let it play, and I try to support channels while because I have a 3 hour ride home, so I just let the lives go, and that's how you saw me last weekend, where I was like, I'm at a stoplight right now, but I'm gonna comment and
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll totally check that out because I'm into all that stuff. So I will absolutely do that. But yeah, it's been an experience, and still learning, and just like I said, only been on for a few months, and Um, and I've met a really like you guys. I've met a bunch of really good people too. Triple cactus Twizzlers, and I never can remember the last thing. Devil dog.
I think it's
um,
hash browns or something like
yeah.
that.
But I've met like the support has been great. Like you guys have been great. I've had some really good support from another big channel just reached out, and I'm excited about that. And so, I was in, a community yesterday, and they were interviewing someone who I'm part of their community, and they were like, her channel is just super underrated. And I kind of felt, I mean, I felt good, but then I was like, oh, oh my goodness, it is chitlins. Is it
Oh yeah,
chitlins?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's the other thing she's cooking.
Uh,
kitchen's gonna
oh,
smell so good.
yum, yum.
Oh crap!
I'll make it work.
Really?
Frank Edward. Oh my God, too many Eds. There's just too many. You guys get
Yes.
too many of them. But no, the support has been really, really great, and I feel really honored to have that because you guys are big channels, and to have this connection is just I'm really grateful for it, and I'm grateful for anyone who comes to the channel. And yes, I have a lot to work on. Like I said, my hook is 8 minutes into a video, and it should be the first 10 to 15 seconds. So there's some structure issues I have going on with some of my content that I need to correct. And my husband's my biggest supporter, but he's also my biggest critic. So that's he's been helping me along, and it just makes me want to do better. And he's really been great about the whole thing. And I think he likes, I mean, he's the YouTuber, not it wasn't me, it was him, it was all him. He was
Do
YouTube 24/7.
Do you think your husband would ever do a live stream with you where
No,
we actually see
no,
him?
no. He's very private. No, 100% no. Yeah, he's a very, very private person. That's one thing I will say. He does. He yeah, he does not, he just, yeah, is a very private person and he does not want to be, and that's why he's behind the scenes running all the, with a bunch of other guys that I'm really friendly with. And, these guys that we work with, they're ex tech people, and, people who used to trade on the market, and they're very intelligent guys. And, they're just super, super good. So I feel like, hopefully, quit being so nosy.
This
I've
is
No,
an
he's yeah,
interview.
he's asking really good questions, actually.
I've heard a lot of people say that though. Oh, I
Mhm,
would never do YouTube. Oh, I'll never show my
mhm,
face.
yeah.
And
And
then gradually it works up, and then they're all over it.
yeah,
They're posting their pictures and stuff and all kinds of stuff on YouTube.
yeah, that's how I felt in the beginning. I'm like, no way, I do not like seeing myself on camera. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to just do the dogs and the videos. And I love editing. I love doing all that fun stuff with the editing with them. And they're just so fun. I have weeks and weeks and weeks of videos of these guys since they were babies. I could make
Mm.
so much content with them, but I hate editing the rambling peach. See, that's the fun part I like. But then I, did a couple of videos and I was hooked. So
Hmm.
I don't like seeing Ed on the camera. What's your comeback, Ed?
Whatever. Oh, I did it. You just didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's why I want Evie mugs. That's why I actually did. I was almost there. I was like trying so hard to get it ready for today, but there was a couple issues I was having with the layers part of it. Like you said, I had a certain
Well,
overlay that I wanted to use, and it just wasn't
you
fitting.
have
So
you have several people on
yeah,
here. You got
yeah,
Webb's Web.
yes,
You've got Belt
I'm re I
or Devil Dog.
Yep,
You
I'm
got
reaching out.
Gary.
Yep.
They
I will.
know this editing soft or
Yep.
this software.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
I need Eddie to be a managing mod on this for
Mhm.
me,
Mhm.
so he can go in and fix the stuff I'm going to
Mhm.
screw up.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple, it's not a difficult, platform to learn, but there's some, learning curves in a few things. I'm not shy. It's a security thing.
I
And
understand.
I did not know if you wanted me to mention that, but I so that's why. That's
It's all
yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
you know what? There's a lot of creators out here that their wives do this, and the guys do not want to be on
Mhm.
Mhm.
camera at
Mhm.
all. And
Mhm.
there's guys on here where the wives don't want to be on camera at all.
Yeah.
They'll support them,
Yes.
they'll help them,
Mhm.
and I respect that.
Yeah. With
That was just a question that I just wanted to hear the answer on.
Yeah, so with him, it's more of a security thing, to be honest. He had a secret clearance, and, he's still, he, yeah, has to kind of live that type of lifestyle where he can't really
Yeah.
be, yeah,
We'll
so.
see, like with Devil Dog, he's
Mhm.
on.
Mhm.
Last night, Jamie, his wife, was up on the panel
Oh.
just with just with her avatar. She hates being on camera.
Oh, right. You don't have to show your face. Right, right. But
Right.
there's voice recognition, right? So yeah. He's just got to be careful. So, and I know you guys have heard his voice before and things like that. So we try to prevent that from before YouTube. You would never have guessed I would end up liking it or becoming or being good at it even a little bit. It took time to become comfortable with it. Yes, scales. I am with you on that, and that's still, part of what I'm developing. But as you can see, I like to chat. I like to, talk it up, and that's not my problem. I just got to structure my content a little bit better because my husband is like, if you don't catch them in the first 10 to 15 seconds with the type of content that you're putting out, he's like, your content is really good, but you've got to, you got to get to 8 minutes of it before, you hear your hook. And that hook should be in the first 10 to 15 minutes because people do not, the type of content I put out, it's like they're on to the next video. They're on to the next, it's just,
The next short.
yeah, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. So that's where I've done really well, actually. Bushcraft is
Yeah.
my shorts. I have 6,000 views on some of my shorts, but the videos have 200 views. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's weird though in different genres. It's different, and it
right.
keeps changing. Like
Yes.
I have a gaming channel that um, I'm trying to bring back to life again.
Hmm.
And it used to be 8 minutes, and then the end of the video you had to end it because nobody would watch it past 8 minutes. And
Gotcha.
then recently, people like watching videos that are 45 to an hour long,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they'll stick around for that whole time, which is good
No.
because it's
Yes.
better for the creator, but
Right.
it's
Right.
a lot more work to keep
Yes.
somebody entertained for an hour video.
Right. Right.
Now over here, it's totally different. You have to get them interested in the first basically 30 seconds because
Yeah.
that's what everybody swipes to the next
That's their attention span.
short.
That's how
And
it is today. That's it. No one has an attention span that can last more than, they're on to the next.
mhm,
So that's where I need to change and, develop my skills where the hook, he's like, this video is really good, but your hook is way too far into the video and,
yeah,
they're not gonna stay for that. So that's where I was having issues, and getting the views, and then, but the shorts really helped with that. I like I said, I have like 5,000 views on some of my shorts that have to do with the video.
yeah,
So and then I'm,
Well,
on different platforms too. So
it was like me and Charles were talking last night during my pop up live I did for over 2.5 hours.
Mm.
Um, oh, that's fine, Jan. Um,
Hi, Jen.
my biggest video, the most views ever that I've gotten in 5 years, is sitting at 32K.
That's crazy. We like watching your videos. We like watching you build
But
your stuff.
but the funny part about it is
Yeah.
I wasn't building.
Oh.
I wasn't really doing much at all. It was a delivery of my tiny home.
Oh, no
It's got
kidding.
32
Wow.
32K views right now.
Wow. I see that a
My other
lot.
videos, they're coming up,
Yeah.
you know. I got
Mhm.
over 1K, 6K of me
Mhm.
actually building on it 2 months ago,
Mhm.
but it's working.
Yeah, I do see this is the other thing that I'm baffled by. Like these silent lives, they'll have, just sit their camera in front of like a I don't
It's,
know, a
it's
bird's nest.
actually bad.
Yeah.
Because it's against terms of service.
I, we were saying that. We were like,
Yeah,
how can this be? And they have hundreds of thousands of subs on their channel. And all they
yeah,
do is these, like, just they sit their camera in front of like a tree. And that's, for hours. And it's like, how can that be
yeah.
legal? There's no I just we question that, and that's another experiment that we're like, that we're working on, and it's just and then they have these hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and there's no content, there's nothing.
Hmm.
It is just me, or does anybody else think that shorts used to get more subs? I think the shorts help. Like I think definitely, obviously, because they're short and they get to the point. And this is another thing we noticed that YouTube changed is if you do a live outdoor stream, like every Sunday I go around my property and I do it a live stream, and I'll walk around and show the views and the deserts and everything,
Hi,
and kind
Joe.
of do a little stories about the gold mines up here and stuff like that. And right after I'm done, YouTube will put out a short for me and they pick the best part of that video. And that short just,
Yeah,
I got 1,000 views on a couple of my lives. And it's just, that's never happened before. So that's a new, YouTube brought in a new AI, right? In I think February or March of this year. And so they started doing this. This is a new, feature that they do for your phone outdoor streaming. They'll cut a little short for you, so you don't even have to deal with your shorts for that, which is great. And that has been really helping. It's been really helping, and it does. I think it helps. I think it's the shorts are great. Like I said, I've gotten 5,000 6,000 views on some of them, but the video itself only has 300 views. So, but I'm a tiny channel. I have 340 people subs, and I don't even know if a lot of those are kind of. I don't even know if
Hello, Stephen.
those will stick. We're doing some of those were just like I was in a chat, like I said,
yeah.
and they just sub.
March, you'll find out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
That's when
okay.
they're supposed to be doing the purge.
Yep, yep, yep.
But
It's
it's
coming.
hard to say with YouTube. It could be tomorrow and
Right, right,
surprise.
right. That.
Okay,
Yeah.
as of right now, you've got 407 videos out
Hmm.
and you got 341 subscribers
Yep. Yeah, and then I
as of right now.
probably have like 600 shorts, maybe, or maybe I have a lot of shorts. I'm not sure. Maybe 400 shorts. I don't know if it says. I can't
It
remember.
just says
Yeah,
video.
videos.
It
Yeah.
just says videos.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, the one that I like that you've got 553 views on is the puppy dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything with the dogs, like I do really well on. That's what I tend to see. Like some of the when I did my live, I do a Saturday live called "Silly Frenchies Doing Silly Things," and some of those videos that I get from for that show, those channels have millions of views because of their dogs. These channels have 2 million, 3 million subs, and I'm talking subs, and it's just like and it's just videos of their dogs. So,
Hmm.
when I put out those shorts of the dogs, I do really.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Lost connection.
Yes, she did. There she is. Hold on.
Let me connect my. Hold on 1 second.
Something just went off.
Yeah, so it's. I don't know if it's. Yeah, we're spotty
but,
out here today. It's windy.
but guys, I've watched her one of what was it? Frenchie's wrestling.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Oh my god, that video was so freaking cute.
It's a fun video. They're the cutest things. They are a lot of fun, and they love wrestling. They're rough with each other. They're really. She's fearless. My little one, that little girl, she is fearless. She will take him on and just. I mean, they will go at it. I was. Oh, you were number 341. Oh, yeah, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. I knew I saw, that just had I just got a new sub, and I was like, I didn't have time. Today was like just I was just trying to do too many things. So, usually I'm on my phone the first thing in the morning checking all that stuff, and my husband's like, "Me not." He's like, "Do not pick up that phone."
And that's the thing. Everybody's, they're concerned about subs,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
subs don't mean anything.
That's right. That's it. You're right, Bushcraft. You're absolutely. We found that out. We
It's the
absolutely found that
views.
out. Yeah, it's the interaction. It's the views. It's yeah. We definitely found that out in this little thing that we were doing. This experiment that I had a team on, and there's a graveyard. Some of these channels that have millions of views, they have a graveyard of subs that don't even, there's that's going to
Yeah,
that's going away. YouTube is that those hope people are ready for what's to come, because that's there. If there's no participation, YouTube is looking for that. So we'll see what happens, but we seem to think that all these channels with all these subs that, and they're just sitting there in their sub basement pretty much. um we'll see what happens, but I seem to think that that might be the part of that purge that you're talking about, bushcraft. So
yeah.
yeah, no, it's
I'm
interesting.
planning on losing a lot when they do that purge, and that's
Why?
fine.
I
Why?
wouldn't mind going back. Like I've always said, as soon as I hit 10K,
Yeah.
I started getting. Well, it could have been because I did have a video that was over 6 million views,
Wow.
and after that, they started watching my channel,
Yeah, okay,
YouTube,
see? Yeah,
and
yeah.
my content was pretty. It's not bad. It was the truth basically, and
Mhm, mhm.
you know, we had somebody in the office that kind of blocked all that stuff. So YouTube, if you talked about any certain thing,
Mhm.
you were gone.
Right, right. And that's why I asked you, Eddie, last week if you could say that word, the C word. I don't know if you
Ed.
remember that,
Yeah,
because I knew that that was one word I
Hmm.
was told never to talk about. You say pandemic, and that's why I asked that. And because
Yeah.
I heard you guys, and I was like, oh, you can actually say it. I didn't, because I was always say, you always say pandemic. You do not use the C word, because
and then pretty soon saying that word's going to get you in trouble.
yes, right. The
Hmm.
But
freedom of speech in this country is unfortunately going to be restricted a lot. I feel so.
and Gary, we know that YouTube's been purging for years. The big
Hmm.
purge is coming up in March.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at.
Well, they word it in different terms. Some say that the purge will be done in March. Some say that's when it's going to start, and it could be they could do it in stages beforehand.
Well, I'm
So
seeing channels disappear.
yeah.
I see content creators coming on saying this is my last day. That YouTube is getting rid of my channel.
Hmm.
So there's a reason for that. Maybe they have strikes against it. Who knows what it is? We don't know, but it's happening now. Like I see it, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely happening now. So they are.
Well, also, a lot of channels, I know a bigger channel, a huge channel. They just walked away from YouTube
Oh,
because
just
they're
walk.
tired of all the drama.
Yeah, it's too much. That's why I'm on Rumble. Rumble, you have a little bit more freedom, and X, you have a little bit more freedom. So, I branched out to a few other platforms because of the Tim Mitchell. Hi, kids. I remember you now, Tim. um,
What's up,
yeah.
Tim?
So, hi, kids. Yeah. So that's you. You do have a little bit more. There is more drama though on Rumble. I will say there's just a lot more drama on Rumble. But half the people that are on YouTube are on Rumble. Like half the people,
Oh yeah.
they're on Rumble. So, um, because they want
I
to say certain things and they want to be able to express
I
themselves.
I've been asked, and I've had someone up in management of Rumble contact me, and they're still.
Why
I just
don't
got
you go?
another email from them today. I like my content,
Yeah.
and from what I understand, Rumble can just take it and say you can't use it anymore anywhere because it's
Oh,
theirs now. And
Mm,
I'm not having my YouTube videos taken away from me
so
by
there's
another platform.
there's three options for Rumble. There's three options. You can get paid a lot of money, but they have ownership of your stuff. You can take the second option where you can get paid a little, half the money, and they can take some of what they claim. And then there's the third option where you can get paid very little money, but they have no ownership of your content. So there are three options on Rumble. So I took the last one. I'm like, I don't want you're not owning anything. So I mean, the other
Exactly.
thing with Rumble is you get monetized immediately, but it's
yeah.
pennies. It's not.
It-
It's like 7 cents a video. It's not anything big.
yeah. I
So
think 1,000 views. I got like 12 cents.
yeah, yeah. It's pennies.
It was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's pennies, but you do get to say what you want. Rumble is the Wild West. Yes, and I was just saying that there's a lot of drama on Rumble. I'm not gonna lie, definitely. But at least I'm getting, a little bit of something on there. YouTube, I feel like this is straight out slave labor. Like I really do. You do not get
Oh,
paid. You're working 24/7 for Google, and it's slave labor. It's like literally, you're making no money, and I feel like I work more for YouTube than I do for my own job that I work 50 hours a week on. Um so
I
yeah.
don't. I've gotten one very awesome paycheck from YouTube, and that was
Mhm.
last month.
Mhm.
And now this month it's okay. It'll
Mhm.
help me get something for my tiny house
Mhm.
because whatever money, like memberships, super chats,
Mhm.
or my views that YouTube pays me for,
Mhm.
all that money goes straight back into YouTube,
You're right.
basically.
And
Mm,
yep. And I was talking to Jerry about that on the phone after the live the other night. And I learned a lot from that conversation I had with him about all of that. And he opened my eyes to a lot of things. He said, as we were talking and having that conversation. So I appreciated that, we were able to chat about that because I did, learn a few things, that he had, informed me on. So that was good. Um, and I respected that. Desert, you feel that way because it's true, right? Well, that's the other thing too. I do believe that what we did and what we it's just I felt, that was, something we found out, like, and maybe others know about it, but I definitely know there's something going on, and, YouTube is definitely doing something, and I feel like, I see it happening with all these channels, and
yeah,
um,
their Discord is popping right now, and usually it's completely dead.
yeah,
And
right, right,
well, I'll put the coders because
yes,
I used to code for YouTube way
Okay.
way back in the
Oh,
day.
no kidding.
So I'm still in their Discord and stuff. So,
Ah, okay.
but
Interesting.
that that Discord is they're going crazy in their different stuff that's going on, and
Hmm.
majority of it is around the AI stuff.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Everything will be, and that's what I was saying. Even at my job, so I do a lot of coding. I should. I do a lot of VBA coding is what I do, Visual Basic,
Mhm.
and that's pretty much like training the AI. It's like Visual
Yeah,
Basics is training AI. So I do a lot of that during the day, and I do a lot of formulating, and when we have private programs that we do this stuff on because of the type of
mhm,
industry I'm in, and when they do an update on this particular program, all that work that I did for months and months and months, when the update happens, it's a click of a button now. So,
mhm.
it's I trained it and now it's implemented. I mean, a bunch of us worked on it. So, and now it's actually implemented into the program because, it's we have AI in the company. And now it's a click of a button. And so I'm like, my
Yeah,
job is going to be gone. I'm not going to have, and that's the other reason why I'm trying to do this is I don't think I'm going to have this job I really feel that AI is just going to, it's going to take
oh
out a
yeah,
lot of people. Yeah.
hmm
So
See,
that's
I wish I could afford to quit my job,
mhm, mhm,
stay home,
mhm.
just do YouTube full time.
Yeah,
With the subscribers I have right now,
yeah,
the watch hours I have right now,
right.
there's
You
no
would,
way
yeah,
I would lose everything.
yeah,
yeah.
right.
You need at least 40,000 to 50,000 views a video
Yeah, right. It's
to
24
make
7.
a good bit of money.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You, you
Yeah.
you gotta, and you gotta have that interaction. They're looking for that. That they're looking for that interaction. So I think these basement of subs that you haven't really had any contact, and that's why I think lives are so important because
Hmm.
you have that interaction on these lives, and that's where that keeps that channel just going and going and going. And I think lives are really really important for that. So at least that's what I've learned in the analytics and what I've seen, but. Um, Jerry did teach me a few things and, told me a few things, which I really, respected for that. So, and you guys have been great. Like I said, I've really, I didn't expect to get support like that. So I'm, really grateful for that. And, I'm hoping, we'll see what happens. I was really thinking about stepping back for a little bit and, not doing the lives and just going back to my content and, doing that. But, I after speaking with you today, Ed, you kind of, changed my mind on that. So, and I
That's good.
think, yeah, yeah, I think you're 100% right and what you said, and my husband did too. He agreed. He was like, "Yeah, let's just keep plugging away, and eventually, it something will happen eventually." So I'm happy for that. So thank you.
But like I said, if I could understand if you've been on here for a year, a couple
Hmm.
years, and you're just like, you know what, screw it, I'm
Yeah,
stepping back,
yeah,
that I would totally support you on.
yeah,
But just for a few months
yeah,
and
yeah.
not over that.
Yes.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you do stop and try to bring it back, it's
Yeah.
actually hard. It's actually easier to start a new channel to because YouTube will they push out them new channels. Um,
Oh, really? They're starting to do that to push out the new channels,
yeah,
yeah.
'cause,
Okay,
um,
okay.
I made the cooking channel the 1st of October,
Mhm.
and I already I'm close to monetized on it already.
Wow. See, that's okay,
Although
okay.
it completely crashed. That's a whole other story, but
Oh.
yeah, uh, and
Mm.
that's everybody always says that it's the trolls that are the bad ones. Other creators are worse than the trolls,
I find that too. I agree
and
with that.
that's why it's good to have a good group of friends
Mhm.
as your other creators because It's a lot better.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying. I'm trying to find those good friends. The ones I have now are so mean to me.
Oh,
I don't know what you're
All I
talking
know is
about.
if I say something wrong, there's a sticker made of me.
oh, you
Yeah.
guys are really funny. Actually, I like your sense of humor. You guys are a
The
blast.
people that are
Oh,
in my chat right now,
yeah,
and Bushcraft,
yeah,
Civvy, Tim, Belt
yeah,
Loop, Jerry, Jan, they've all been, with me for a long time.
yeah. You
Mhm.
get good support, and that's
Me,
that's that.
Jan, Jan and Gail, we all met up at our first YouTube meetup. Is when we
Hmm.
actually met each other, and we've been friends ever since. I've
That's
been
awesome.
to Jan's house. We've done a live streams there. See, Jan's telling me to shut up. She's supposed to be cutting hair.
I
I
love Jay.
actually, I've actually got to cook with Gail, and
Oh, nice.
I made better zucchini
You did.
muffins than she did, according to her husband.
Oh my God, that's
And I
awesome.
turned up. We were all in a gardening thing, so
Hmm.
I
Oh
went
boy.
behind Gail's and
Witchcraft.
yeah, he
Long
knows what I'm
story
talking
there.
about.
Oh, oh,
But I went behind Gail's with her husband's help and showed all their weeds in their gardens.
no.
I made a video on it.
Oh man. Oh my God, that's
But
awesome. That is
the
awesome.
people I've met,
Hmm.
you know, they've been awesome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would love to meet Charles one day, but he lives in the city I hate.
A
So,
city?
Oh,
You mean state?
or a state.
Yeah.
hmm,
Um,
hmm.
Ohio.
Ed, if you weren't
Oh,
getting her Raz, we wouldn't care. I know, Tim, but that's why Jan tells me to shut. Now I do have to next year because I opened my big mouth.
oh,
I'm going to Gail's um, Southern Living's meetup because I do want to see her and her husband again and see other
hmm,
people.
hmm.
Then I said I would help Big Matt outdoors with his, and then if I don't go to Jan's, I'm a dead man.
Yeah. Hmm.
She will hunt me down.
There's every right to for that. Yeah. You guys, Jan, Jan's pretty cool. I like,
You want
I
to
think
never
they're
in.
all cool. Ed showed the weeds in both of our gardens. Yeah, that's pretty. That's not good. He got in big trouble.
Here's one more.
Oh my God. Ed showed my garden weeds. I wanted to hurt him.
But
Oh, I
see,
would have
at
felt
that
the same
time,
way.
but at that time, no. But at that time, her husband helped me because he opened the gate,
Oh my God, that is
so
too
I could
much.
sneak in there.
That is too much. That's
And
awesome.
Jan had no clue that I was even in her garden until the video came out.
Oh my God. Oh, that's
But
great.
I love everybody that I've met. Have been so supportive,
Yeah.
and something I told you earlier today.
Mhm.
They're just like bullcrap. You're our
Mhm.
friend. Blah
Mhm.
blah blah.
Mhm.
And I love that.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing, my husband and I are really private. We really don't have any close I don't have parents. Both my parents are gone. He has his father, but he doesn't really like I have a daughter, she's 40. I have a grandson, and my little grandson is 6. But they're in Florida, so I don't really get to, I through FaceTime pretty much is how I talk to them. So it's just him and I. We don't have friends. We don't have close we're pretty private people, mostly because, of the- my husband's,
Right.
yeah. And I'm in an industry where it's a lot of stuff I can't, talk about too. But um, I just, we find it, it's hard to meet people. And that's why I like this YouTube. I've met so many good people. and people I feel that I could, trust eventually, and maybe do a meetup or do, we would love, there's we're by ourselves, so it's cool. It's my brother, so I sort of had. Oh,
That's just talking about
oh,
me.
oh no, I didn't know that. Oh
Well,
my god.
it's
Okay,
because we,
got it,
me and her and her
got it.
husband
Mhm,
talked so much on the phone.
mhm,
They came to my property that I had to
mhm,
help out,
mhm.
and me and Jan clicked very well,
Yep.
and they basically adopted me into their family.
Yeah,
I
that's
bet you don't
awesome.
miss that nice road you had on that property.
No, I don't miss that. I do miss the property, but
Yeah.
I had a bunch of thieves there.
Oof. Yeah, that was rough, where I live downtown. And I still
No,
don't live in a. Oh, what? Well, you
no,
talking
no,
about
you don't.
something?
You don't understand. I lived from the main road
Yeah,
on 10 acres of property, which
yeah.
was a mile and a half back into the woods.
Oh,
And when
wow.
I said the roads were bad,
Yeah.
they were so bad it ripped the tires in
Oh.
my muffler completely off my truck.
Okay, we do not have any maintained road. Actually, we are not even on the map where we live right now. We're not even, so we are, for mailing purposes, we are considered to be part of 29 Palms, but the town is really called Wonder Valley. And if you look at the 29 Palms military base and go, all the way down to like the basin area, you'll find a little spot of mountain and you'll see this one house there, and that's us. So, and we don't have maintained roads. It's all, there's no services out here. There's no ambulance, there's no fire, there's nothing. And that's the one thing I don't like about living out here is, if an emergency happened, like the rattlesnake bite with my Frenchie, the first hospital was 2 hours away. So I made it there in an hour and 15 minutes, but it was 2 hours away. So he forced us to adopt him. Don't let him fool you. Somehow I
Oh,
believe that.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God.
that is so wrong.
Somehow I believe that.
Yeah. See, Jan actually was at my first property that was way in the back, and she came out there to get firewood because I cut 37 trees down. Hey,
Wow.
Radio Jonesy, been a member for 2 months already.
Nice.
But she drove out there in a Ford Ranger, and she didn't even like the road.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to have a four-wheel drive out here. We actually had to have a crew come in and create another entrance to our house because the original entrance was soft sand. So we kept getting
Oh,
stuck, even with the four-wheel drive.
that's horrible stuff.
So we put a tow on my truck, and yeah, we kept having to, put tow it and just get the other. And it was a four-wheel drive, and we kept getting stuck and stuck, and it was just a nightmare. So we had a crew come in and make another entrance for us that was accessible to the house. We had to change the fence entrance, and it was just, when we bought this place, it was just a lot of work. It was not livable. It had an outhouse on it. It was just it was pretty crazy, but we got through it, and it's beautiful now, and I love it here. And it's not cheap. I'm not gonna lie. The electric is insanely. The thing that saves us though is the water, because California charges so much for water. We have our own well.
Oh,
You know,
lucky.
yeah, yeah, and then we put in this massive filtration system in the house so that we could shower and do our dishes, and when we moved here, we could not even stand the smell, like that rotten egg smell from
Oh,
the
sulfur.
oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. So we replaced everything, plumbing, electrical. I mean, we tore it down to the studs and we rebuilt it. So we kept the frame and then built up from there. So it's a new house pretty much. But it doesn't look it from the outside. If you look at the outside of the house, we kept it looking like that old rustic, you'll see the new windows and things like that, but like the siding is, we just replaced what was there and we kept it looking like a desert home. So, but the inside is insanely custom everything. So it's nice. I love it here. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah.
See,
So,
with this house, like people know, part of this, the where I'm sitting at is built in the 1930s. The
hmm
3 bedrooms that were added on
hmm
were built in 1940s.
okay.
I hate living in the city limits, so my goal is to finish that tiny house out,
Yep.
build another one to connect the two,
hmm
and then sell it all or rent it out
Oh, there you go.
and find property because I want goats and all that.
Mm.
I can't have chickens as long as I work where I work.
Oh,
And I've had people say, "Well, what's the name of the company you work for?" I can't tell anybody that
yeah.
Mhm.
I
on
get it.
YouTube.
Yeah.
My boss, my big boss
hmm
of the hatchery,
hmm
watches my channel.
Oh, wow. Okay. See, that's
So
another thing
I re-
about, yeah.
so I respect them on it because if I could actually film and do content
hmm
with what I do,
hmm
people would love it.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah. Be,
I've been considering of doing is I'm going to build another small, tiny home, but I want to gut this one out
hmm
and actually build the framing and
hmm
all that of
hmm
another tiny house
hmm
inside these walls.
Oh,
Then
cool.
when I'm done with it,
Yep. Bust
tear
out.
the outside
Yep.
wall, tear all the walls down, and go, ha!
Yeah.
Look, people, here's another freaking
Yeah,
house.
that's amazing. You can do that. That's really, really cool. That's just awesome. Um, I hate to do this, but I
I
gotta
know.
get, yeah, I gotta get on the road, and my little puppy's down here scratching at my toes. So,
Mhm.
Ed, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Was great, and I love you, bunch of
Feel
guys. I
free to
think you're
share this
awesome.
out.
Okay, I
Feel free
will.
to use
I
it on your channel
okay, okay. Thank you. It was a lot of
because
fun.
this was basically to help you as
Thank
much as
you.
I can
I
and
appreciate it. I
everything.
really, really do. And Bushcraft, it was nice to meet you.
Yes, nice meeting you
And
too.
hopefully we'll be in touch again. So
Oh
I
yeah,
wanna thank you.
and I want to thank you for coming up and your husband for answering questions in the background.
Yeah.
I respect your husband's privacy,
Mhm.
and I'm just glad he was in the chat to answer some questions of his own that
Yeah.
I had for him
Yeah, I'm
and
grateful for
everything.
him.
But anytime you want to come up
Okay.
on my
Uh,
live,
okay.
and you actually made it to my live
Yes.
before you made it to Devil
It
Dog's live.
was funny
Hoorah!
last night.
Yep. Now I got something to hold
Yeah,
over Eddie.
there you go. There you go.
But I appreciate you. Have a
Thank you.
safe drive home,
Thank you. I will.
and we will see you on your next video or your
Okay.
next live.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye.
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 Do you know how to get out? Yep, she does. Shut up, Ed. Haha, Devil Dog, she was on my live before yours. I'm surprised Des is not in here. Des always comes over here. She must not be feeling good today. You're leaving too, Tim? Oh, Tim, you